Hey guys, we're back with my 2022 Subaru BRZ, and today's video is going to be a tire review. I have done away, gotten rid of, sold the stock Michelin Primacy tires that came on this BRZ Premium. They're 215/45 R17s, and I have replaced them with a set of Michelin Pilot Sport All Season 4 tires. I feel like this will be a pretty good all-round 4-season tire for this car. Of course, I am going to be running a dedicated set of winter tires on a 16-inch set of wheels for the more hardcore winter months on this BRZ, but for the rest of the time, I kind of want a performance-oriented all-season that could do a little bit of light snow driving if I absolutely needed it. This is going to be one of my first drives on this new tire, so I'm going to give you guys some first impressions on how it feels, how it handles, if it improves upon steering feel, comfort, noise, and other driving characteristics compared to the standard Michelin Primacy tire. All right, let's hop in, we'll start this up, and we'll take it for a drive. We're on a pretty rough section of road. Initial impact seemed to be a little bit softer than the Primacy tires. A little bit less NVH and road noise too. See if we can get a clear entrance ramp here. Traction control is off. House turn in. Nice and sharp. Very impressive mechanical grip too. Very progressive. There are quite a lot of sipes and grooves. There are 360 sipes in this Pilot Sport All Season 4. And with that, you'd expect a little bit more tread squirm. And it doesn't feel as solid and blocky as a high-performance summer tire, for example. But Michelin did do some work to stiffen the internal structure of the tire to kind of compensate for that extra tread squirm that you might get with all the siping. And it feels pretty good at the limit. The focus on this Pilot Sport All Season 4 was winter performance in this latest iteration. And we're not going to comment on that today because it's 60 degrees out, dry, sunny, a beautiful November day in Michigan. But we are going to be doing some extensive cold weather testing on this tire, see how it holds up. The only other car that I've driven this tire on is the C8 Corvette, and that's a specialized compound for that Corvette, tuned so that it can handle over a G around the corners, and so that it maintains a lot of that winter performance. The off-the-shelf tire is a little bit different, so I'm very curious to see how this handles winter driving scenarios. In the dry though, on first impressions, this feels pretty good. Lots of grip, a little bit quieter of a tire than the Michelin Primacy at the limit, not as squealy, doesn't make a lot of noise, which is actually kind of a nice thing. Road noise is a little bit less than the Primacy. It's not quiet, that's for sure. On concrete here, about 76, 77 miles per hour. There's still a little bit of tire noise. But again, the BRZ is not a quiet car at speed. And it's definitely quieter than the PS4s on the 18-inch wheels on the limited BRZ. Nice grip in the dry. Haven't had these out in the wet yet. This actually might be a pretty solid option for wet track days. Seems to be a fun, playful tire. Turn-in is really sharp. I'm getting a little bit of rotation out of this chassis. It just seems to kind of wiggle around a little bit. and then once it catches those biting edges, it grips. First gear coming up pretty quickly there. Of course, we have the 4.3 limited slip differential on the back of this BRZ. A little bit shorter final drive. No other major modifications. Visually, these tires seem to be a bit wider too than the stock Michelin Primacies of their 215 section width. A little bit meatier, a little bit wider. I kind of like the look of a wider tire than the BRZ sometimes, even though my track setup is a 205 RE71 RS, and again, I'm getting 205 with winter tires for this car. So, nice change of pace for the majority of the driving that this BRZ is going to be seeing. All right, let's throw an entrance ramp at this and see how we do. Oh, it doesn't get any better than that, folks. That was a dream. Ooh, I like it. All right, so when you're sliding around this, a little bit less grip than the Primacy. The Primacy tended to bite harder in this new BRZ, and this kind of lets go nicely, progressively. I think I can have a bit more fun in this tire than I could with the standard tires. There's still a good amount of mechanical grip here, but just a little bit more slip at that limit. That was perfect. That was really enjoyable. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Really excited to test these out in some light snow, some colder temperatures. Again, it's warmer out today, about 65, 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So we should get a pretty good idea of summertime performance with this tire. The only area where I'm a little bit disappointed with is I do wish it were slightly quieter on the highway. There's still just a little bit of tread howl at speed. There's some higher pitched tones on concrete that just tend to kind of make their way through the cabin. But again, like I said, it is a noticeable improvement over the Primacy that came stock on this BRZ. I think overall, as an all-round 4-season tire, for those who don't live in extreme winter climates, this is a pretty solid option. All right, one more entrance ramp. It does seem to handle bumps pretty well. Take some of the initial shock out of those impacts. How's braking performance? Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, this is a tire you can really lean into. It definitely has less mechanical grip overall than the Primacy, but it's pretty darn close. And I think it makes it for a little bit more of a fun tire choice for this BRZ. This is a pretty impressive category at this point. We have the Continental Extreme Contact, the Potenza RE980 AS Plus. All of these tires offer really good versatility in all weather driving situations, along with pretty good all-around performance. I've wanted to test this Michelin Pilot Sport All Season 4 for quite a while, and so far, so good. Alright guys, that'll be it for this one. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the winter wheel and tire reveal here coming soon. We'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.